While there are a few exceptional moments in US men's national team history, American soccer fans, well, we don't really have a whole lot to write home about. The past 6 years in particular have fluctuated between disappointing and underwhelming unless you're super into the Gold Cup. With the 2022 World Cup here, let's hope that changes. However, I want to go back to a simpler time and take a look at the most underrated moment in US men's national team history. Look, in the grand scheme of things, this moment actually meant nothing. There's a reason why most of you watching probably don't even remember what I'm going to highlight. Anyway, the American soccer team, they were preparing for the 2006 FIFA World Cup in Germany with the Send-Off Series. This collection of games was against sides who weren't particularly good at the time, and it was supposed to be a tune-up for our eventual trip to the final. Of course, as we all know, none of that ended up being remotely true. The men's team was bounced in the group stage, and the Send-Off Series was nothing but a trio of labored performances in awful locations. A matchup against Latvia in Hartford? Really? However, this series is also when we come across the most underrated moment in US men's national team history. We jump into what is a fairly dull contest between the USA and Venezuela in Cleveland when we get this magical moment from one Clint Dempsey.
Important thing is getting him fit. Opportunity for Eddie Johnson. The header, the goal! The United States strikes again. It's Clint Dempsey.
That's right, Clint Dempsey celebrated that goal by Joc-in, also known as doing the Yung Joc motorcycle dance. Now I know what you're saying, this is a throwaway goal celebration and a meaningless friendly, but there's a lot more to it than that. It was really recognition for what soccer in America was at that moment in time. A suburban movement driven by young people who liked being different, almost annoyingly so. Whether that was listening to rap music or following the EPL or wearing scarves or whatever we were doing, we just really wanted to be different and stand out from everyone else. Seeing Clint Dempsey, Joc-in in this very moment was everything coming together for those of us who watched MTV Jams religiously and thought St. Louis and Michelle Lissel from the Fox Soccer Report were cool. More importantly though, it gave true soccer fans in the States someone we could actually root for. You know, Brian McBride and Carlos Bocanegra, they were playing at Fulham, but they were super vanilla. Landon Donovan had always been extremely unlikable, no matter how many goals he scored for the US men's national team. The rest of the squad was comprised of try-hard guys who had few skills and even less personality. On this stage, at this very time, Clint Dempsey demonstrated to us he was a soccer player who was talented and cool. That is what makes this the most underrated moment in US men's national team history. We finally had someone with some attitude who could do something besides score a scrappy goal or sleep with their teammate's wife. Of course, Dempsey wasn't the only person to do the Yung Joc motorcycle dance. Tom Cruise tried it a few months later, and Mac and Charlie also busted it out in an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But Deuce did it while the trend was still fresh. Not to mention, his rendition was completely unexpected. At the end of the day, Clint Dempsey Joc-in during a World Cup warm-up match in 2006 is meaningless to most. But for those of us who lived it during a time when soccer was still very much an underground movement resigned to message boards and Champions League games with Tommy Smith on ESPN2, this will forever be remembered as the most underrated moment in US men's national team history. So if you see me in the trap, it's going down. If you see me in the club, it's going down. And if you take it out to the 25, it's going down. Everywhere you see me, guaranteed to go down. That does it for me, Cheyenne Hollis. This is the Touchback.
I like the way he's doing it, actually.
Yeah, because I'm bending the bike. But that's not really how you drive a motorcycle.
Yeah, but you're not really driving a
It's
motorcycle.
my thing, okay?
All right.
Well, if you're not going to take it seriously, then don't
I
do
felt
it.
like I was doing it pretty good. I feel like you're taking it too seriously.